Welcome to my co-living house in Mexico. For the last month, I've been staying at Surfbreak co-living here in Puerto Escondido, Mexico. This is their newest location, with their original location being in Honolulu, Hawaii. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tour of the inside and share a little bit more about the benefits of staying at a co-living when you're traveling. The house is gated and requires a code to get in. An outdoor seating area over here if you want to hang out in the shade, or you can always hang out in the pool, cool off, hang out with all your friends. Heading inside, you head directly into the communal areas. There's a large couch here where a lot of people can sit and hang out. We've been working collectively on this puzzle right here. We just finished it. Look how good it is. There's a TV for watching movies and plenty of AC. Over here we have our kitchen area. There's actually two separate fridges. There's one big one over here and one down at the other end. Everything stays pretty organized, and we just use the simple naming system for your food. Pantry items you can keep up here in your own little grocery bag, also with your name on it. There's two sinks for washing dishes. We have a stove, we have an oven. They both work really good. Plenty of pots and pans for cooking. And of course, a toaster and microwave. I also provide here a lot of the cooking basics, so coffee, tea, milk, peanut butter, olive oil, eggs, oatmeal, rice, a lot of just the staples that you're gonna want all the time. And those are kept up here in these general cabinets. As you can see, again, everything is nice and clean and organized. There's plenty of utensils, which is so nice when everyone's in here trying to cook and eat. Another sink for washing dishes, and of course, the coveted coffee area, got coffee and tea, and plenty of plates and mugs and cups for your daily needs. Plus plenty of communal seating. There are also dedicated offices if you don't want to work in your room, which every room does come with a desk. It's currently Saturday, so nobody is working today. But there are 3 offices with 2 desks in each of them. They do use fiber optic Wi-Fi here, which is really fast, and Starlink if that happens to go down. Okay, so that is the downstairs, so let's head upstairs and I'll show you a little bit more about the amenities that you can expect. Our first stop upstairs is the rooftop. There's a perfect open view of the ocean. It's also shaded up here with desk space, so if you want to work here during the day, you're absolutely welcome to. I personally like to come up here and just hang out on the hammock and listen to the ocean waves. And there are rooms on this floor, so if you want a nice ocean view when you wake up, you can absolutely ask for that. There are rooms on 3 separate floors, so depending on how many stairs you really want to climb every day, what you want your view to be, really pick which one that you want to be in. And now we head to the 3rd floor. This is the floor that I'm currently staying on. Only one of the rooms in the building has its own private bathroom, and that is on the 2nd floor. So let me go ahead and show you what the bathroom situations are like on my floor. There are 4 bathrooms and 2 showers up here. This is the largest bathroom and a shower, with the shower being right over here. Plenty of toilet paper is always provided, and a nice sink, and towels for drying your hands and washing your face. Every bathroom is kept really clean. It comes with plenty of hand soap, again, washcloths for washing your face, a hand towel for washing your hands, plenty of hot water. And I also really like this detail that they have a mirror lights. So you could turn off the overhead light and just use the mirror light if you wanted, like that. It's nice, it's just a nice little touch. There are different sizes and prices of rooms just depending on what your needs are. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tour of my room right now. Every door comes with a name tag so you know who's staying there, as well as your own personal code to get in. Now, every room is gonna come with a window, a desk, a chair, a wardrobe, and a bed. I also think that most of them come with some type of fridge. I have a full one in here in my room because it's a bigger room, but some of the smaller rooms have just like a half fridge. Wardrobe is really nice. One side you get shelves where you can stack all of your things, fold your clothes. On this side you are provided hangers, and there's plenty of space to store your luggage, dirty shoes, and even some more items up top. A full-size mirror, which you never get when you're traveling. You just never do. There's also a side table for storage. You can ask for a blanket if you want more than just a sheet, and there are plugs over here on the side of the bed. When people always ask me what is co-living, I like to describe it as a cross between a hostel and a hotel. I've come up with a list of 8 different benefits I think there is to staying in a co-living as a traveler. And just for reference, the 3 places I've stayed were outside in Madeira, Re People in Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, and Surfbreak here in Puerto Escondido, Mexico, which is where I'm recording this from. So the first one, and I think the biggest one for most travelers, is that it has a built-in community. All of the co-livings I've stayed at have an on-site community manager that plans regular events for the people who are staying there. So for example, here in Puerto Escondido, that was a volleyball night, a language exchange night, taco night, and a pool party to celebrate their 4th anniversary as a company. The second one is private rooms. So whereas hostels are traditionally geared towards backpackers and people moving quickly through a city, co-livings are really geared more towards young professionals and people who want to stay in a specific setting for a couple weeks to a couple of months. So all the ones I've stayed in, you have your own room, and sometimes you even have your own private bathroom. And because it's geared towards young professionals, my third reason is that they have dedicated workspaces. So not only is everyone provided with a desk and a chair so you can work from your room or have meetings from here, a little bit more privacy, there's also usually communal workspaces, more like a co-working space within the co-living as well. Number 4 is that the co-livings are usually in beautiful locations. Like I mentioned, the ones that I stayed at were in Madeira, Gran Canaria, and here in Mexico. And they're really built with this ethos of community and communal living, and so they're usually gonna be in places that other people are as well. In any place that's a digital nomad hub, you will absolutely find multiple co-livings in that location. A 5th reason is that they have an on-site manager. And what this looks like can change for every location. So for the outside in Madeira, our manager worked a normal 9 to 5 shift, but lives elsewhere. And here at Surfbreak in Puerto Escondido, the manager actually lives on-site in the building, and we see them every day. Number 6 on my list is that co-livings always have communal spaces, usually large kitchen facilities so that everyone who's living there has the opportunity to cook, as well as living room type spaces with a couch, a TV, a space that you can really just come together. Along with community activities, you're also going to be meeting other young professionals who are also typically traveling around. Whereas hostels are usually geared to be a bit more younger, a bit more party, and hotels can be really isolating, a co-living space really provides a great in-between. Number 7 on my list is flexible stays. So usually the longer you stay, the bigger discount that you're gonna get. It's very common for people to come to a co-living and stay for a couple weeks, a month, 2 months. Actually, there was a guy here who stayed here for 6 months. They really are spaces that are built to bring people in and bring people together. And number 8 on my list is not only are they in beautiful locations, they're also in good locations with access to the city. I'm sure there are more rural and remote options out there, but the idea behind them is that you are part of the community. So you're usually in places where you have access to public transportation, to the beach, to the markets, to restaurants, to cafes, to the gym. Anything that you're gonna need during your month-long or longer stay, you're going to have access to at these locations. I mean, really thinking about the places I've been, they've all been premium locations as well. So in my opinion, those are the 8 biggest benefits to staying at a co-living house as a traveler. I'll put links to all the locations I mentioned below. Outside is definitely the most wide known amongst co-living communities, but there are lots of little ones or individual ones that you can find in any location you go. I recommend just searching co-living in X city and seeing what pops up. There are also now sites where you can go and just search co-livings, sort of you can just go search hostels or just hotels. So if I can find that link, I will also put that down in the description below. But I hope you found this helpful and happy travels.